Welcome to the Geekmas podcast.
Welcome to the thescenesnobs podcast, everybody. Happy December. I am your host, Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. If you're watching us live or you're listening to us or watching us at a later time, we appreciate you. You are on our Christmas list. That is right. We love you. So please feel free to join in the comments. Let's talk about things if you're watching live, like I said, or let's just get started, shall we? So we've been doing a little more new formatting lately, and I'm super excited for it because in the new year, we're going to be doing some fun things. We're going to be almost getting back to absurd a bit, but with some fun twists. I hope you guys are enjoying the movie reviews and kind of how they've changed and evolved after the strike. I hope you guys are that we're going to be playing around with. Kind of go back to our roots a little bit. So the stuff with Will Smith, whatever, it is absurd within its own nature and the whole thing. I don't want to dwell on all that stuff. That's not why I'm bringing it up. And on a little bit of a more serious note, as crazy as all this is, can we collectively agree to not make his sex life or theoretical sex life this polarizing? Is it really? I can understand why maybe some people will be thrown off if it ever came out, or if that was in fact truth, or I don't know. Him and his homosexual relationship with another actor. That's all. There's nothing to any validity to it, nothing to prove it or anything like that. So when I see that, it's when I see it like kind of being lambasted, thrown out there, and really they try to make this a shocking thing, it brings me back to like the 90s and just sort of how homosexuality was treated then, and people, even could just be called gay, and like then it's just vicious too. It's just a vicious treatment of it. There's nothing wrong with being gay or anything like that. I'm not saying that. My point is, can we stop this? Because whether it's true or not, this isn't something we should be arguing. I mean, argue against his wife, who's Looney Tunes complete, incarnate. Like, she's off the rails with how she's treating him. It's almost abusive at this point. Like, if not, it is abusive, how she's treating him and stuff. So like, go after that. Why aren't we, we were, but then like we're going on to this. It just feels really like punching down in a big way, and it really feels like the strides we've taken with accepting the LGBTQ community, it feels like a step back. So I just didn't want to pontificate a little bit before I brought Paul in, and just wanted to say that I was like, this feels like a real step back when we talk about stuff like that, or those are the rumors that we're, jumping into the headlines and stuff like that. Like, I get the, we haven't been married since 2016 crap. Go ahead, go crazy over that. Go crazy over the Kardashians who love that crap. But does this have to be the thing we have to go after? I don't know. I just want to throw it out there. I'm going to bring on our buddy producer Paul is here. What's up, producer Paul? How are you?
What's up, Nick? Not much. Just
Doing a little pontificating. How are you today?
Always good. Just a little sore. I messed up my back 2 weeks ago, and it's been a mess today.
So my dream did come true.
Yes, it did.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit better today, and you could do this.
Yeah,
and
always.
So I'm excited. And you're doing Sturdy's show after this, right?
Yes, I am.
I
Sitting
think I'm
down
on
is
that one.
fine. It's when I go from sitting to standing. I'm like a 90-year-old man, Mick. I swear.
Dude. And you're way younger than me. I'm walking with a cane now. This is like the how old are we? Freaking game. It's driving me nuts. No, yeah, I have an old injury that's kind of found its way back. So my one knee is like seriously hurt, and the other knee is like kind of dealing with it.
Right. Nope,
like,
I get that.
Yeah, you understand. So that's sort of where I'm at. But I am excited. We're gonna go over gift guides tonight. I got some good reviews and stuff. But so for you, Christmas is coming. I know you're not a huge fan, but gifts still exist.
True.
And what does producer Paul want for Christmas?
So I saw on one of my horror merchandise sites, and I made sure to send it to my family. They had a bunch of The Thing, merchandise. So it was really cool and unique. And unfortunately, since it's something I would use, they had a thing ashtray that was just out of this world. So of course that got sent to everybody. Past that, it's just been little things aside that, like some D&D ones. There's one for the Labyrinth that I've been wanting to get I guess the pack for all that, just so I could try to be a narrator this time.
Okay, cool.
I
take that.
just things like that.
Hey,
nothing really else like that.
Hello, Worst Damn Gamer. Thank you for joining in. And Daniel, Santa Stash, that is correct. It's here for the winter. Or at least till the beard grows back and my chud face is hidden again. I gotta do it, man. I always have a hard time at Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I'll usually get whatever I need or want throughout the year. And I don't need much. Like my kids, they're really intense, and so I have the artwork and I have the stuff they make and all that. At least Christmas is that time of year where it's kind of like, all right, we're gonna give you something you kind of want. Not that I really want. It's just like, oh, he likes Star Wars or he likes Star Trek. So anything that even remotely looks like that counts. So that's basically where my gift is going to come down.
See, and I got a late gift for you because of Star Trek that you'll be getting at Fear Fest as a very late Christmas present.
Well, I appreciate that, my friend. It's going to be awesome. We actually, one thing I'll bring up, as we're kind of talking about it. So, guys, if for anybody who watches or listens and doesn't know what we're talking about, the Star Trek, like we have a Star Trek podcast, my son and I do, where we rewatch everything in chronological order, and then we talk about it, and we talk about other aspects of Star Trek as well. Well, there's this, let me pull it up so that way I can show everybody kind of like where I'm at. And so we're getting into the gift guides, and this is more going to be informal. I don't have like a true list or anything. I just have things that I thought were kind of cool that we could get, sort of like, give some ideas for people who may be looking. So this one right here is the Eagle Moss Star Trek Advent Calendar. And if you're wondering, do I want it? No, I don't want it. If you're wondering if I have it, yes, I do. I do have it. It was fortunately on sale a couple of weeks ago for Black Friday. So we got this. It's 24 different gifts, right? Look at this thing. It all comes in box, all different shapes and sizes. Like these are like coasters that look like the ship's computer, coffee mug, all from different aspects of Star Trek. I'm super excited to open it up. That one we're going to do a live Warp Factor Fiction special. And we're going to unbox it together. Rather than do it every day, I thought it'd be fun for him and I to do it as like a special show because we're on hiatus for 2 months. So I was like, yeah, we'll do that and we'll talk about it and then take pictures and put it up on our Instagram.
So, that's awesome.
Now, you are newly married. It's your first Christmas as a married man. Is it your first or your second?
Oh, no, second.
Was it? Oh, is that September, right? No, September. July.
August.
August. I knew it was one of the three. I knew it was like right there. I'm like, where are we going? It was my kid's birthday. That's why I couldn't. It was my kid's birthday. I should have known it was August. Or is his birthday in June? So that's why I was trying to think about it. So, okay, second, I don't count the first one because you were in the honeymoon phase. And I got married in November, so I get it. So that first Christmas is like, I'm going to wow you. There's going to be grand gestures. Now, 9 years later, I look like Chris Farley and walk with a cane. all that luster's lost its magic, buddy.
Yep.
But you're year 2.
Yeah.
I don't want you to reveal it.
Right.
But how about some ideas, maybe some ideas you turned down to give us some ideas of which way you were looking?
So just because I feel like since COVID and even during COVID, there was a lot of time just spent not like going out or anything. I was kind of looking more at, a lot of more live events or things of that nature. And within reason, a lot of those ideas got turned down just because those prices are just astronomical. It just doesn't even make sense. I don't want to, you don't want to be that guy that just gives one gift, whether it be, something that's super, expensive, whatever. But
Yeah.
I'd rather get, I guess, other things than just one. And, selfishly, you don't want to get something and then them think it's more for you than them. So
Yeah.
some of those events too, I was like, even though it's things we both like, it's not really fair to do it because just not.
No, I get that, and it's very I handle that the same way. So I'm kind of glad we're talking about this. So I think it feels a good topic. Being married men, one towards the beginning, one more towards I don't want to say the end.
You were about to say it too.
I mean, one more in their twilight year. No, one towards a decade. So like you kind of get that feeling of the difference. So I definitely get everything you're saying, and I'm right there with you. For me now, like when I pick out gifts, I love that after 10 years, it's like I'm finding the geek, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like her geek. She
Right.
loves Taylor Swift, or she loves, doing friendship bracelets, or she loves Smallville, or like there's certain things like she's really into. And when I flipped my brain a little bit in terms of thinking about it from like, I'm a geek, I'm a geek for this, I'm a geek for that. That's what that is, like comic books or whatever. I was like, no, that's 100%. Like when I went to, I had like a revelation at that Taylor Swift concert,
Mhm.
and it was like, oh, this is their geek thing. They're all dressed up as her in different time frames. They're all like, and I think that's why I got so far into it, because like I understand the geek.
Right.
So like when I found that with my wife, like it opened up a whole new world. Like she loves gardening. So like gifts now are so much easier. Once I understand the geek, what is she geeky about? The gifts got so much easier, and I can get creative with them. It doesn't have to be exactly what she's looking for or what she wants. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun, like getting that. So she's really into Doctor Who. I got her some stuff from Doctor Who. I got her some Taylor Swift stuff. Um, so she watches or listens to this, she's not going to know what.
There you go.
The one big surprise, though, funny thing is, like, she's really a geek about working outside, like doing the gardening or
Oh, that's
the
cool.
lawn maintenance and stuff. Like me, run it over, cut it up, and I'm done. I don't care. I
Right.
have no interest.
Yep.
Like if it looks good, I want it to look good, like passable, I guess. Like this is a home. It's nice. They
Right.
probably don't look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Uh, but she's like, no, she's like her dad. She wants to look like immaculate. And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I don't mind helping, but that's your thing. Like that's not an initiative I want to take.
Right.
So it's been nice to kind of do that. But actually, and I'm gonna to what you were saying about your gift ideas. Um, we had a similar gift idea for the kids,
Okay.
and so my son's never been to a concert. Like he was born in 2016, and then by the time like he was old enough to like maybe bring to certain things, COVID. So it kind of like hindered him from like really getting out and experience a lot of that stuff as we were getting out of it more and more. So but he's really into music.
Okay.
And so I decided, I was like, it might be fun. Well, I will say this: Mary said maybe a concert.
Okay.
So I don't want to take full credit, but I will say, if you go down into our description, people, you can get your tickets on StubHub. Now, I don't know if you know this, but StubHub's pretty amazing. If you use this little device over here, honey, it'll really help you save some stuff. But we got AJR tickets from StubHub, and they're a sponsor of this show, and you can get tickets too. Just use the link down below. All right, my cheap ploy has.
I like
That's
it.
it. All I'm gonna do is my cheap. It's like, and Paul did not plan that, by the way. Paul was not like, I'll segue in. I'm going to talk about like live events. No, he's not. You know what's really cool though? A good idea, and I found it here. And you and I live in similar areas, in terms of like, they have a lot of breweries around our areas. like fun, like outdoorsy stuff to do. When it gets warmer, breweries, man, or farmers markets that have concerts. Have
It's
a
true.
really good time with that one. So yeah, no. So that was stuff like that. But I did pick out some other stuff, guys. And if you guys have any ideas, we want to hear them in the concert. Heidi's here. Thank you, Heidi, for joining in. Appreciate you. And we're going to show you some cool stuff now. So all right, let me pull up the first one. So this game I wanted to talk about because I played it earlier this year. So if you're in the tabletop, I think this is one that you could really get into. Paul, I think you're going to really sink your teeth into this one. I meant that on purpose. And if you haven't played, it's an older game, but this is a revised edition that came out. Arkham Horror, the card game.
Huh.
I played this earlier this year. I think this would make a fantastic gift. It's very involved. It's very in the world of, it's a great tabletop game, and it's very involved in the world of, it's similar to like the world of Dungeons and Dragons, things like that. And it's a fantasy type of thing. But that was one I really think that it would make a great gift, especially for horror fans and tabletop fans. Arkham Horror. Go check that out. Yeah, for sure. But they have it on Amazon right now for like $45. So it's pretty cool. What about you, Paul? What do you think? You got anything?
I don't know what else. Like, I was trying to pull up my list on my own phone real quick just to be like, is there anything cool to tell you guys? I mean, my stuff's it's like a pillow. Like I'm listing random things like I will use.
That's okay.
But
That's
like,
okay.
yeah, I have like a pillow. I guess the only cool thing I have on there is for whatever reason I've been wanting to do the ghost face mask. I don't know why. So that's on my Christmas list this year.
I like it. I like it a lot. You gotta get like a mannequin to put the costume on. Oh my god, you just scare the frick out of your wife, man.
I'll just keep it on my car seat the entire time, just driving by. But yeah, the rest it's just basic stuff that I use, coasters and whatnot. Like you said, if I want something that bad, I get it. So
that's true. But I've realized I had to start saving stuff for Christmas. And I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, we might have lost Paul, but we'll wait for him and see what comes back. But like I used to, I had to start saving stuff for Christmas because it was becoming like my wife was going crazy. She's like, you just keep buying the things you want, which isn't much. There's not much I need or want, but it just kind of, like that's how I was doing it. And she was just like, no, you got to stop this for sure. So I can buy you gifts.
My bad.
Yeah, you're back. Sorry,
Okay,
buddy. I just figured I'd take over while you were frozen. But,
no, you're good. I didn't know I froze. You freaked me out. I was like, oh no.
You're good, man. No worries. I got this. Here, let's check this out. This is one that I saw that I thought would be really cool. It was on Forbes when I was doing my research, and it's their 2023 top holiday items for the fan in your life. So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse: The Art of the Movie. This looks really cool. If you go, you can buy it for $40. There's no real anything on here where you can see the pages, but the artwork of the movie, if you haven't seen it, is cool. And I do love these books as like coffee table books. I have a shit ton of them that are not on my coffee table, but they're somewhere, for sure. But then you come down like the Doctor Who fan. If you play Magic, these are very cool. I would love to collect some of these just for the artwork. I love Magic's artwork. There it is. I'm getting one.
Ooh, that looks fun.
That was my big ask. My big ask was I wanted to pop myself.
I can see that. That's awesome.
So I'm super stoked. So I'm waiting for that to come in. Hopefully it looks like me and it's not a disgrace. I don't know why I thought of what?
I'm gonna have to do that for one of my bosses at Woods of Terror because he collects the pops.
Yes.
So I will do that for him and not tell him. So thank you. You just helped me.
Next time you come visit, I'm gonna get you some pops for him. I'm gonna give you some rare pops for him or something. Anime manga merch. My kid would love that. I'm not that I'm against it, but this I thought was cool, and it actually reminded me of an interview we did this year. The Witcher's official cookbook. So if you're into The Witcher, go to get the cookbook. I don't. I mean, maybe make some mead or something. I really have no idea what you're going to do there, but it reminded me. We had and here, let me share that one instead. for now and just kind of let everybody see. And guys, for all the stuff that you can't see if you're listening to this show, I'm going to describe like kind of what we're talking about, but I will also be putting pictures up on our Instagram of the different things, stuff like that. So, and if you have any requests or we didn't get to something, please let me know. I'm happy to share it with you. So here, let me share this. So we had an interview with Todd Stashwick. He played Captain Shaw on Picard, third season of Picard. He's been in tons of stuff. I loved him in tons of movies and TV shows. My favorite episode is Supernatural for sure, monster movie. And he was also on 12 Monkeys, the TV show, which arguably I think is better than the movie, which people will probably fight me on, but whatever. Here we go. Not the threads, I want the goods. Where is it? He wrote a book. And if you're into drinks, and I know my buddy Paul here is, he wrote this book here, and it's I wanted to get it. I think it would be kind of cool. Mystic Libations, Critical Cocktails for the Thirsty Adventurer. All of the cocktails are based on his Dungeons and Dragons adventures.
Huh.
So it's very cool. Wrote out the book. It's on thenerdcircus.com. Again, I'm going to provide all these links and everything in the description. I'm going to post pictures. It's going to be a good time. So don't worry. All that will be coming. And if you have a request, let me know. But this is very cool. He's got other really cool stuff on there. So I would say go check that out personally. But you all do whatever you want. I mean, if that's what you want. But Paul, you're here. And I think you are a movie guy, right?
Right.
Not a good movie guy. You like the stupids, but that's okay. You're a stupids movie guy.
Correct.
No, I kid, of course. Our horror movies, favorite, same thing. Our favorite horror movies, same thing. So it's okay. I think we said what's up to CJ. What's going on, CJ? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. And George G3, laugh a lot. I know that freezing, bro. I love it. That's fantastic. So here we go. I want to show you this. This is movie theme stuff for the movie fan. You ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
This thing I think is the freaking coolest, man. I'll scroll down. Hopefully they'll have it. Like it's like a little basket of candy, but it's like the film reel bow, and it's like a film slate bag. Like that'd be a great gift bag, and it's all movie.
That's really
candy.
awesome.
Right?
I'm gonna gift myself.
I might make that for people for CFF.
Ooh,
A good gift, right?
Yeah.
Now, this one I want to get you. I have this. Well, I don't have this. I have the horror movie one.
That's what I was about to say. I have the horror movie one.
I'm going to get you this one. Here's why.
Okay.
Because I know you've been looking to expand past horror movies a bit. And you've been asking me, not all the time, but more and more, good movies to watch that maybe you haven't seen. And you've seen your fair share. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to put it down like Paul's never seen anything. He has. But I thought this would be a fun way for you and Sam to kind of connect.
There you go.
And Maddie.
Yep. Good old Matt.
You seem so excited. You're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with either of them. Get me a horror movie one.
No.
So I'm gonna get you a horror movie one instead, but it's gonna be only horror nudity. It's gonna be your nudity bingo card for horror.
Nice.
Male, of course.
Perfect. I'm gonna live stream every episode. My reactions the whole time. Well, maybe not the whole time, but
go right ahead. You have control. That'd be funny. Let me share the screen again because there's some really good stuff on there. That was just one poster, but I just thought they were cool. I do like the scratch off ones. There's one you can get where it's like you can get them in your hometown. Like there are places who make them not for your hometown, for your home state, and they'll be like, you should, and there are different adventures you can go on, or like if you want to travel farther and stuff. That's pretty cool. Cinemaps. I kind of dig this idea. An atlas of 35 great movies, $18 on Amazon. So it kind of is talking about where is everything, the maps of like these different movies and like what exists. So pretty cool. Huh. Eat What You Watch, a cookbook for movie lovers. Yep. So if you're
I got that book.
You do? You have this?
Yeah, I got that for Sam last year. Yep.
How is it?
Oh, it was good. We did it a few times. Some of the recipes, I won't lie, are very intricate, so it's not for like the basic um, cooker person.
Okay.
But it was fun because what we were trying to do with that is pick a movie that was in there and then make the meal and watch it at the same time.
I
So
love
the few
that.
times we did do it, it was a lot of fun. But like I said, some of the recipes, it was like Papa John's, like we're done.
That's fair. I get it. No, but I dig the idea of it. I thought it was a cool idea for sure. I don't know that I would. This is a gift that would work for me or my wife.
Mhm.
Like if we want something that we see in a movie, we'll look it up. Like we've done that, but we've kind of done our own thing. Like this seems like it'd be a really cool idea, and I love that idea of watch the movie with it.
Right.
But for me, it's like you said, there's like probably a lot of things I'm not going to try.
Right.
So like I'd rather focus on the things I do want to try. Like I want to learn how to make that awesome burger from freaking the menu.
Yes, you're not wrong.
That thing was amazing. That's every time I watched that movie like 7 times last year. And every time I watched it, I had to go get a burger. And it had to be like
No,
a
right.
good burger.
Right. Like not McDonald's. You had to go to like the local burger spot type deal. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is kind of cool, I thought too, and it kind of matches well with the other. I know Dan would love this. You'd probably really like it too. And I love that. That's your geek thing. Like you guys have like the alcohol, you like, the certain tastes and stuff, and you get real intricate about it. Cocktails in the movies. I dig it. Like this is a pretty cool book. I was thinking about something like that for like Marilyn's Manhattan and Some Like It Hot, The Dude's White Russian and The Big Lebowski. So little stuff.
Heck yeah.
I want to do this with my wife, but I want to do it where we each get one and we get movies that represent each of us but remind us of the other, or the other was involved in that movie. So
Okay.
like it was funny because like at one point she was like, oh, I'll put on there this and this. I was like, no. I was like, you need to put on there like V for Vendetta, because like the night we met, she was like, oh, my favorite movie is V for Vendetta. And I got really like excited talking about that.
Right.
So like stuff like that. And I was like, for me, I was like, I'm not going to put Back to the Future on there. I'm going to put, I might put Back to the Future on there, but only because we came out in our wedding to The Power of Love.
I didn't
And
know that.
yeah, and we got married on a Back to the Future day. We got married on the I'll take this down for a second. We got married on the exact last day that you could get married on a Back to the Future day.
That's awesome.
Here's why. So we got married in 2014. We were kind of like going fast towards the wedding, just in the planning phase. Like, because after I asked her, it was like, all right, we picked a date. And I was like, let's get married in 2015. Right. And she goes, well, why? And I was like, because I really want to get married in October of 2015. And she goes, and that's her birthday month. So she's like, I don't know if I want to get married in my birthday month. I was like, oh, I get it. I really want to get married on October 21st of 2015. And I kept like inching towards it. And she's like, what is October 21st, 2015? I go, that's Back to the Future Day. That's the day they go back in time on October 21st. But 2015 is the year they go to in part. And like I'm explaining it, and we're dating at this. We're engaged at this point. She's like,
Right.
fuck is wrong with you? Where's this going? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
So like we realized, she was like, we're already planned on 2014. So I was like, you're right. But I was like desperately trying to change it. So I was like, can we get married on October 21st, 2014? She goes, maybe. Like, we got to see what's available. I was like, all right. So we go to the place, the venue. Long story short, we're like picking dates. Now I have all my dates in my notebook, and I'm like reading them off to her. I'm like, October 21st. No. All right. So October 26th. No. Okay. So like I'm going through, and I'm like, what's the last day? And she goes, I was like, November 5th. And she's like, no. I was like, November 12th. And she's just like, we have November 13th. It's Friday. And I'm like, we'll fucking do it. It's the last possible day. It's Friday the 13th. And we had a Doctor Who wedding.
There you go.
So
Perfect.
like you went, and none of those choices were mine. I didn't want a geeky wedding. I didn't want to come out to that music. I just wanted a straightforward wedding. She fell so in love with Doctor Who in our time of dating. She wanted a Doctor Who wedding. She planned that whole thing. She planned the music, and she actually plans, and I'll show you pictures next time we're together. When we came out together after we were announced,
Mhm.
everyone had lightsabers, light up lightsabers, and
That's so cool.
they formed the archway. So that was a pretty cool situation. But yeah,
When I can go back in time, I'm gonna go to your wedding. I'm just gonna be some oddball just in the background. I'll be like, haha.
you won't be an oddball, trust me, because you'll just be in it. We're an accepting bunch. So like it was like if you were standing there, we would have been like, either get over here or you gotta go. Either start drinking or you gotta go.
Oh, say less.
I drank back then, so it was different. But it was fun times. But no, but so something like that, like the Back to the Future and things like that, like they were always really special to me. So like that, I would put the movie on there for that purpose. You know what I mean? Like and tell her, like, why don't you put the movies that mean something to you in this relationship, and we'll just put them side by side as artwork.
There you go.
So Sam, if you're listening, you can have that idea too.
I wonder how different yours and Mary's are gonna be.
Different. No, that's not actually true. We'd probably both have Big Fish on there. We'd
Okay.
probably both have V for Vendetta on there. I don't know if she would put Back to the Future on there. She might put Star Wars on there because of the lightsabers.
Okay.
I'm trying to guess like what she would put. Like
You should write it down, put it in an envelope, and then when you should open hers, and then
well, she'll
was
make
I
me
right?
order it.
Oh,
She's good at ordering it, but she'll be like, "It's a movie thing, you do it." I'm like, "Okay." That's all she trusts me with. So,
that's fair.
you know what else she would put on there? Vanilla Sky, because I don't like that movie, but
Yep.
she loves that movie. That's like one of her favorites. She loves it, and it's grown on me, but like, and I don't hate it, so I can watch it. It's not a big deal. It's good acting. Kurt Russell's in it, so anything with Kurt Russell. So like it's fine in that sense, but like she often is always like, let's put on Vanilla Sky, and I'm like, no. So like it will go on there for our arguments, but if we're really gonna have one together on there, it's gonna be The Sound of Music because she loves it, and I fucking hate it. I hate that fucking movie.
See, and I like Vanilla Sky, and I know you kind of feel about it. That's
Well, but here's the thing: I understand why people like it. Like
right.
that's one of those ones like Fight Club. I don't like Fight Club, but I get it. I get why people are really into that movie. It just wasn't for me. Like I like Seven, where I think those are good comparison movies
Okay.
in the sense of tone and things like that. I'm not comparing the stories. I think Fight Club story is very, very in depth and very good. I like the book better, but I just think that Seven was a better executed movie.
Yes.
You know, Fight Club is a good movie, but I didn't get into it. Oh, I missed this one. I don't know what this one is. What is? Oh, ticket stubs. You know what? The only thing that really sucks about this though is I don't have any of my old ticket stubs, and one of my moves they got lost. And I used to have like huge stack. But this would be really cool. So if anybody does collect their ticket stubs, you should. That's $14. That's not bad. And again, they'll be linked. I fucking love Mondo. So if you guys don't know what Mondo is, go check this out. They're Austin based. They're all film inspired. Go check out their site. But $63 is actually not bad.
It's not a bad price. Yeah.
No.
That's a good
Mondo's got some really good stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, you should check that out. Mubi curated film streaming service. No, I'll cremate. I mean, I'll curate my own shit. This would be good for filmmaking, Paul.
It would be.
That's
Maybe not a bad price either. 180 for unlimited year-long subscription. That's not a bad price either.
No, that's a fantastic price for that. And you're like for a class from Martin Scorsese and tons of other famous people.
That's actually really not bad.
That's really good. I liked this a lot, and it's actually on sale on Amazon for like $39. And the reason I like this, and I think you can attest to it, and I brought it up, is people, we all love movies. We all want to feel like we're in a movie theater. And yeah, we may have big TVs and stuff, but sometimes it's cool, whether you have a big screen or not, or you just want to sit on your porch, go outside and watch a movie. Make it feel like a drive-in, make it feel like, you're at the park, or something like that. And get yourself a projector and just, have special movie nights.
Yep.
You should go for it. Paul does that a lot. If you want to tell a story about it or something, please feel free, my friend.
We love our movie nights. We got about a 30-foot outdoor projector screen right now. I have 2 speakers for it. One I need to replace, and movie nights are epic. Sometimes we end up doing some gaming before it, and then some nights we just watch a movie and that's it. But it's great for bonfires, talking, laughing, drinking, crying, smoking, whatever you want to do. I think it's perfect because I love just grilling, having a movie in the background, everyone just having fun outside. Cornhole while playing is a lot of fun. I don't know. I love a theater and I do
That's
enjoy
right.
drive-in a lot, but I think having your own screen like that outside, since it's very affordable, it just makes it that much better just to enjoy something outside.
I agree. I'm so annoyed that I don't get to hang out with you while you do it.
I need to bring it there. It's off your neighbors.
No, I have all the stuff. Just come up.
Okay.
I have a big projector, and nobody will give a shit in my neighborhood because we're in a cul-de-sac.
Oh, perfect.
All right, this is cool if you're a movie fan to hang out, like a little keepsake or something. I will tell you this: send me a message. I'd be happy to do it for half that. I can do that, no problem. But if you want it, it's at Uncommon Goods for $85. Joseph microwave single serve popcorn maker set. This is bullshit and none of you should buy it. You should always be making big bowls. Waste not, want not. I don't know why it's blankets and Birkenstocks. What the fuck happened? The movie quiz book, if you like your movie quizzes. White Little Lies. Little White Lies. White Little. Jesus Christ. I made that really bad. Chemi inflatable movie screen. We're just talking about that. $222. So it looks like a nice one. Looks big. It looks like the one I have.
It's only 12 foot, and for $220, I think I bought my 30 foot for $280.
Oh, yours is much bigger. I think mine is 22 feet. No, I think it's like 25 or 27.
So you're about the same. I mean, honestly.
No, yours looks bigger. When we were, I mean, no, wait, what? Sorry, I don't know what I was saying. This I thought was cool. The patent prints for this is for anybody who's like really into cinematography, stuff like that. These are very cool prints, for projection and stuff. So go check it out. Alfred Hitchcock, of course, can't go wrong with that. Again, as a movie fan, I really dug this. The aspect ratio blanket, which explains the aspect ratio to you and like what the different ratios were or at different times in terms of film and whatnot. So that is a very cool one. I do have this game. It's good. You got to be really into movie. Like you got to be a cinephile. This is a tough game.
Okay.
So I think like whoever's in it, like if you're gonna play this, like I don't have a lot of people to play with because I don't have a lot of like cinephiles that like are around.
So this isn't just like a movie, like someone that likes going to movies to watch. This is like someone that's obsessed, like
they do
in
it. Like
I gotcha.
Like this is one that I think shots fired. This is one that I think most movie podcasters, content creators, and such probably wouldn't do well with.
Gotcha.
But I definitely think that ones that have more of a basis in filmmaking, and I'm not saying going to school or anything like that, or even being on a set, but like people who like to study the filmmaking side of it, people who like to really study movies. I think that's who that game is for, not people who just really like to comment on movies. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Not meaning you. I know we've had very good conversations about filmmaking. You're really into it. You write your own scripts. So like I'm talking, that was more towards people who may be thinking about it. Like And I will tell you, if you are that person and you buy it, don't expect people who aren't like that, who are probably most people in your lives, to be into it. So they're going to get
You would
bored.
say, so it's like an advanced level of seeing it for movie people. It's not seeing it where almost anyone can kind of play. It's like a very eclectic group.
That game would be played every night when we were in film school. Like if they came to the house and we were just chilling, we would be playing it, because that would be like seeing it. We never played Seen It. We hated fucking Seen It because it was all easy and fluff, you know?
Right.
And we're like, no, we want to talk about filmmaking. We don't want to just talk about Marley and Me. Like, we want to talk about fucking movies. We really want to get into it, because you would get into those philosophical conversations of it all. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So here's what we're going to do, everybody. This is part 1 of, I'm going to finish this up, but we have to get to our reviews, and Paul and I have another show after this. But this would be a cool gift. I do want to say this, the director chair, but I would say get a custom back for yourself if you do. This seems like a really nice chair on Amazon. I clicked on the link earlier. It's not for me. I'm too big. But if you are looking for like a cool director's chair, either aesthetically or whatever, and you want your name on the back, or your name of your movie or whatever you're doing, it's gonna be very cool. Again, I don't know why they're sticking close. Oh, I guess you want to be like Barbie. Yeah, Barbie. Books of movies, the essential 1,000 films to see. Ooh, I might get this.
I wonder how many I'd mark out of there to be like, you don't need to see this.
Yeah, right. That would be kind of funny. Like, just keep going over. Ooh, I like this. My wife loves doing puzzles. I might get her. That's like one of her geek things too. I might look into that. That's pretty cool.
I might have to get that for my dad. He's big on puzzles.
Yeah, that'd be a great gift for your dad. And then, yeah, I think he'd really dig that, because it's like so much of a collage. It's very cool and different stuff. You should do it with him. You should get this and do this with your dad.
We don't on fun things, but I might try.
He would love it. Accidentally Wes Anderson. Oh, Jesus. Godfather complete screenplay. I say this for anybody who writes screenplays, reads screenplays, and the best way to do that is to get them. There's definitely many ways to do that, but this would be like a really cool book. It's annotated, so you could probably learn a lot from it, because it's one of the best screenplays ever written. Clueless t-shirt, cool. or I posit a different thing. Why get a Clueless t-shirt when you can get a snobsmerch.com t-shirt? That's right, everybody. For that Christmas season, you make sure you go to snobsmerch.com and you get shirts like our classic style of the Scene Snobs and more. That's right. We have geek stuff galore, and we hope that you'll go and check it out. But snobsmerch.com, it's right down below. You use promo code SNOBS for 10% off your order. And if you're a Patreon, you get more. Secret code. So, or if you work, I give them to you. I gotta get you a few for CFF.
Ooh, I'm excited for CFF.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna get you a couple of them. This one looks cool. This one is something you might be into. Running Press Adult Fright Favorites, 31 movies to haunt your Halloween and beyond. Ooh, I like this. I might get this for you for Christmas.
You like that?
I don't. Hey, listen. Spoilers. You're gonna find out.
Okay.
And then this one's on Amazon, the gift basket we were talking about. I love this. I think this is fantastic. I think $69 is a good price for it. My only thing about this is there are certain things I would trade out in that bag. So, like, personally, if I was to put this together as a gift, I would make sure to find out what the person likes first. Right. And I don't know if that option is available on Amazon, but this seems like something you might be able to order and piece together and, pick out the things that people really like. Oh, I like that. Pro movie theater style plastic popcorn tubs. I would do it if I didn't have any of like the keepsake tubs.
Right.
I have so many of them. And a Harry Potter cookie cutter. I'm sure my wife will really want that for my son because he loves it. Oh, you want Star Wars waffle maker?
Yeah, Baby Yoda on my waffles.
Listen, you gotta have your Baby Yoda. That's not even a movie. Do you do this? Do you put any seasoning on your popcorn?
I used to put, what is it? The nacho cheese seasoning for a little bit. I was obsessed with it. And then white cheddar for a bit, but that's about it.
This could be cool then. Anybody who's like a real fan of popcorn, if you know they eat a lot, or fat people like me, buy us these spices and like, I don't know, 2 boxes of popcorn. We'll eat it. Don't worry, we'll eat it. Psycho original movie motion picture soundtrack. That's cool. That's a great soundtrack. Beyond the best dressed, the cultural history of the most glamorous. So if you're into it, there you go. It's $12 on Amazon. In her voice, women directors talking and directing. Oh, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind reading that. Ooh, 96 Alfred Hitchcock vintage movie poster. If you guys want to seem like filmmakers, you should definitely buy it. Put it on your wall. So when people come over, you're like, I have many Alfred Hitchcock, fucking posters. Cedric Gibbons and the Art of Hollywood's Golden Age. That'd be cool to check out. Because if you like film history, right, Paul?
Mm-hmm.
And God knows, everybody, if you like film history, you definitely need to go and check out the Scene Snobs YouTube channel for our show, Snobs Film History. Lots of great stuff. Season finale coming up this week and Thursday, and it's about the history of 3D. That's right. So go check that out. You like 007?
I do enjoy him.
Well, then you're definitely going to like Wadding, number 1 James Bond 007 playing cards. You too can be in the Casino Royale with these playing cards for $7 on Amazon. Do you want lousy looking cookies?
No, I'd rather order great ones from your wife. Kimball's.
I wasn't even going to pitch it. She's on
Okay,
hiatus, so I wasn't even going to. But like, there's so. I just looked at this and I was like, she's done movie quality ones, and they're so much better than this. And I don't want to tear anybody down, but like, I will tell you this about the cookie decorating world: it is fierce, and you need to be on your P's and Q's. Like, go look at like something like Kimball's Cookies does, or Fright Bites and stuff like that, and then you'll understand why I'm saying that. Like, some of these like holes here are like misshapen, and the only reason I know this is because my wife is a cookie baker and decorator, and I've watched and I see the work that goes into really good artwork of cookie decorating. So, you a Fire Stick guy or a Roku guy?
I'm a Roku guy all the way through, man, since they started.
So let's just move on. If you are a fan of anime, Studio Ghibli is of course,
cute.
Totoro. You can go pick up a Big Stuff plush. People love it. That is the list as we know it. I am, like I said, we'll have it listed down in the descriptions. That's part 1. We're going to go to part 2 next week. We are going to be talking more. We're going to go more in depth with some of these, really get into it, and we're going to have some fun stuff. So, Paul, if you're welcome to come back, if you want to come back next time,
I'll come back.
All right, I love it. I'm just going to keep sending you a link so you don't know when they're going to show up or not. But and we'll just see. So Paul's going to come back and join in. I'm going to start my reviews. But Paul, I want to say thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. We're and get ready because we're going to have some fun topics coming up.
Yeah.
Actually,
I guess go ahead.
I was just going to say we could probably spill the beans a little bit on the show. We're going to do a special Christmas episode this year. And it's going to actually be scripted. It's the first time. Well, I have scripts for every episode. They're outlines of everything I want to talk about, all the research I've done, stuff like that. But it's full-on conversation. There's never been scripted dialogue. Like, unless it's been a bit that we did or something like that, it's never been scripted dialogue in terms of topics, conversations, and a whole show has never been. Well, that's going to change this Christmas. As you know, every year we do a Christmas special, and I'm super excited because on the 19th, that's right, the 19th, we are going to be doing It's a Wonderful Mickmas. That's right. We're going to be doing a streaming play of sorts. The Scene Snobs podcast will see our young-ish protagonist Mick being down on himself during the holidays and being visited by 3 podcasting ghosts who are going to help to try to show him that his life really was wonderful. Yes, you've read that right. That's going to be you've heard that right. It's going to be an amalgamation. But I'm going to let Paul go. Thank you, Paul, so much for joining in. I don't know, my hat's turning, but I will see you over on the other show. Thank you
Yes, sir.
so much, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me, Mick. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. So let's get into it a little bit. We're going to kind of end on the show. We're going to be reviewing tonight It's a Wonderful Knife and Godzilla -1. If you haven't seen them, I strongly urge you to check them out. Of course, It's a Wonderful Knife is playing over on Shudder. You can check that out there. And then Godzilla -1 just extended after a very good box office return. It just extended its stay in movie theaters, and I think it's expanded a little bit. So I definitely urge you. Yes, it is a foreign film. Yes, it is Japanese, but with subtitles. But it is, we'll get there. But let's start right now with It's a Wonderful Life. And It's a Wonderful Knife. It's a Wonderful Knife is a horror movie that just came out recently. Stars Joe McHale, Justin Long's in it, and a bunch of others. Some really cool recognizable faces, some new young faces as well. The story is as such on a serial killer called the Angel, who I might add before we get into it, is a very cool look. And I was really thinking about this. I kind of hope this movie does well, and I kind of hope they bring the Angel back and make like a series of Christmas movies with the Angel as a killer. Because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the look. I really enjoyed the killer in a whole. I liked the vibe. The story itself was pretty cool. It just all around. But the story overall is a young woman who survived an angel attack on Christmas that rendered her best friend dead. It's and countless others that she cared about dead. Her name is Winnie. She is a year later removed because she killed the killer. And when she did, it severely disrupted how the town's income goes. And so she is now a year later. Her parents are really trying to make ends meet. Her brother is not doing too well. And the town is dismal because it just is not picking up. It's a lot of people going out of business, stuff like that. She's sort of looked at as somebody who kind of ruined and made the town go in that direction rather than stop a serial killer that murdered a lot of people. But whatever. So she's looked at that way. Her life sucks. She's, your boyfriend's cheating on her, all 9 yards. So she's really sad. She goes to make a wish, whatever. She's thinking about taking herself out. And it's sad. And then so she makes a wish that she wished she was never born, that she never caused any of this. She doesn't feel happy in her life, like most teenagers, and I understand that. That's a crazy feeling. And it happens. She goes back. She gets her wish. She's realizes she's not alive anymore. They don't go back and change anything. There's no retconning of it or anything like that. She's just in the present. She hasn't been born. Things change. The killer's back. Everything along the way. It's an interesting turn on the It's Wonderful Life, kind of how they played it. But overall, it was an interesting movie. I really liked it. The third act has some issues, but it is a Christmas movie, and the way they ended, I was like, you kind of have to. It's a Wonderful Life, basically. So whatever. It was fun though, and it wasn't a bad ending. It was just a little too upbeat for my taste in a horror movie. So I gave it a middle of the road 3 mics. That's right. It's 3 mics. I think it's worth checking out. I would actually watch this movie again. It's a high 3 mics for me because 3 mics usually means it's cool. Go check it out. See what you think. This one is a little bit higher. I would probably watch it again because it had that fun element. I really did enjoy it. The cinematography was cool. The characters were cool. The premise was cool. The carry out of it all, waned a little at times. But some of the characters really kind of picked it back up. And the lead actor was really good. She did a strong job in it. Jane Whittip is her name. I think she played a really good role in this. There wasn't too many characters that had like a really strong role, but I thought she did a really good job. But yeah, that's my rating for it. It's a Wonderful Knife. It's on Shudder. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. But my second review for tonight is Godzilla -1. One that is very much, since I saw the trailer, I wanted to see and looked forward to seeing. So excited for it. I'm so glad I finally got to go out Sunday night and check it out. And I will tell you right now, it floored me with how amazing it is. Not only is it the best Godzilla movie ever made, ever, it is not what you think it's going to be. Godzilla is prevalent. It goes back and listen, Godzilla has never shied away from societal topics that are going on in the world. And that's an important thing to remember. That's an important distinction of Godzilla. A lot of people think, yeah, it's kaiju's fighting, and it is. That's an important element too. Or kaiju, or Godzilla tearing up Tokyo. Those things are real. They are important. There's elements of Godzilla that needed to exist and do exist in this movie, but they did make it look cool and it made it work. I think this Godzilla is probably my favorite looking Godzilla of all of them, because they really do pay homage to the classic look, but also the look over in the Legendary pictures, the American version of Godzilla going on right now with Kong. But they did so much more with it and updated it and made it look so much more badass. But the story is as follows. A young Japanese kamikaze pilot cannot bring himself to do it. The war is days from over. It's a last ditch effort in the kamikaze of sending the kamikazes out just to sort of be done with them, I guess. It's very weird. And it's true. That's sort of how they did it. They knew the war was coming to an end, but they just were sending these guys out anyway. It didn't matter, no matter how ineffective it was. So he decides he doesn't want to. He goes to Odo Island instead, which is a cool homage to Godzilla in the first one, which is during World War II. There was like a mechanics village there where kamikaze pilots that are having faulty gear could go get it checked and then get back out. And he stops, they check it, they tell him there's no fault to it. Everybody kind of knows what's going on. That he's sort of he chickened out of this. He wasn't going to do it, and for good cause, good measure. But as it goes on in that night, they get attacked in that little village, and a lot of devastation by Godzilla, but it's not the Godzilla that we know. It's a young version of Godzilla. And then after that attack happens, and it's a vicious attack, very good. Godzilla's not a nice person in this movie, or a nice kaiju in this movie. Godzilla does not care about you or any of your stuff. I'm telling you that now. You're going to watch this movie and just be like, dude, come on, man, stop. This poor island. And it's pretty horrible. Godzilla is devastating in this. So, adding to it, years later, you watch, because it picks up in 1945. Now the war is over. Japan completely decimated. They're starting from in the negative. They've got nothing. They have to rebuild. Just completely torn apart. And so the first hour of this movie is this young fighter pilot building his life. He meets a girl who he takes in with a child that she took in after the bombings of Tokyo and stuff, who was orphaned. And they become sort of a makeshift family and they build their house up and over years. So it's for 2 years, because this takes place in 47 for the most part. You see during this the drama of him building his life back up, doing this, and how it ties into what Godzilla is. Godzilla finally shows up again. He does pop in here and there, but he shows up again. Now he's full form because of all the nuclear testing, and he's going to town. He's tearing things up, different cities and stuff. It's wild. It's vicious. It's darker Godzilla than we're used to. He's not there. He's not like peaceful Godzilla going in to save the day, right? He's a dick. He's a dick. And makes total sense. I've never let me put it this way. I liked Oppenheimer, and I'll probably be doing a review on it. It wasn't a terrible movie. It was a little too long. They could have cut down at least an hour of it. But it was a good movie. What pissed me off about it was when I went and saw it, I was told that it has the biggest simulation of an explosion, of a practical explosion ever. And thinking about Nolan and who he is and what he's going to create for the screen about a movie that is so mundane in most cases about a lot of things, just this dude's life, creating something this devastating. And now what I'm pulling into this is I watched that and it felt like a sputter. I was like, that's what we got. I was like, that's crazy. I mean, I've seen the real deal. I've seen other movies that do it. I was like, this is what we got. Like this, it just seems so uneventful in a lot of ways. And then you watch Godzilla -1 and it's like, oh yeah, this is like this is like worse than anything ever. Yeah. Godzilla uses his atomic breath. It's hard. It's a hard one. It's very awesome though. It's very cool how they did it. I really like the elements that they leave in the cliche movements. They played the music. They did all of it. I love the drama aspect. There's a real heart and story to it. Shin Godzilla is very good too, but it's a difference, more satirical about the government and everything that happened with 2012 nuclear waste leak. So this one to really come back to it and go back to the heart of what it was, that the nuclear testing was what caused Godzilla. It's set in the 40s, where the first Godzilla movie was 1954. It's just a wonderful piece, and that is why I gave it 5 out of 5. This is if I remember correctly, it's my second 5 out of 5 movie this year, and I'm having a hard time right now deciding which one's going to be on my top list because in 3 weeks, again, we're going to be continuing on our guest list, which will be not our guest list, our gift guide, our geek gift guide. So you want to come back for part 2 next week with that, and we got another fun stuff planned for you on that too. The week after, I will be doing my end of the year lists before we get to the Christmas special. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you can be a part of that. Check it out. See what my movies for the year were. See what my TV shows and all that other jazz, guys. Before we go, remember I always do a mixed movie pick. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. This is just a movie from a select year. Usually I have you guys choose the year in the Discord. Go join up on our Discord, and you can do that in our Snob Nation Facebook group. You can do that as well. So this year's from 1984. I kind of just went with it. And if you haven't seen it, go check out Dreamscape. It's a very cool movie. Young Dennis Quaid. Where he kind of goes in and out of different dreams. He can walk through dreams and such. And there's this whole corporate conspiracy that comes along with it, and he has to try to save the day. It's very cool to see. It's very cool to be a part of, and I really do enjoy it. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Also on December 22nd, but it's live now, and you can go down to the link below, and the GoFundMe is live, and it all goes to All for Lunch. But we're doing another charity script reading of Casters for a Cause, charity script reading of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Please join in, have a fun time with us. I do really okay, sorry James. Well, I want to address this because James I think said that did I spoil it for you, James? I apologize if I spoiled it for you. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. I do. If I did, I don't think I spoiled it, but my apologies if I did. So I do. Hopefully you guys will still really enjoy it. But yeah, go check out Dreamscape for Mick's movie pick. Come check out on December 22nd our live script read of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Hang out with us. We're going to have a really good time with it. We do a lot of fun games to it, add elements. We'll do accents. We'll throw we have a whole bunch of fun stuff planned. So really get into it. It all goes to All for Lunches, which is trying to eliminate school lunch debt in schools around the country. So it all goes to that. And I appreciate you guys being a part of it and joining in. I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. If you haven't seen their show before, I just want to say thank you for joining in, being a part of it. You guys are just truly wonderful and amazing, and I love you all for all the support that you give us. I know I kind of pitched a lot of stuff to you tonight, but thank you again so much for just being a part of it. So please go check out more shows. Make sure to hit like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube. Make sure to hit like and follow on whatever podcast platform you're watching on. That really helps us go a long way. I know it's a lot, and I do, and I'm not saying that to be a dick. I do know, because it is. You don't think about it. So to really think about it, but just remember you're making somebody's day when you do it. and do it for anybody you can. So thank you guys again. Remember to be kind. Remember to stay classy. Remember to take care of yourselves, because that's always very important. I love you all. Take care.